Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are here with another fun-filled day of science, and I'm very excited to be here with you because we get to read a fun story today from our book. I don't know if I told you this yet or not, I figured out how to find our book online so I can share it with you this way so it won't be all weird and distorted and you don't have to worry about me trying to show it to the camera and all that nonsense. So I think this is going to be really fun. But once again, we are learning about sound, and we're learning about where it comes from, how it's created, and all of those fun things. And we're at the beginning of our unit, so we haven't talked about it a lot yet, and that's okay. So we are going to dive into our book here, and our book is called The Physics of Sound. So we're going to jump on in and begin reading one of our stories. We're going to finish it tomorrow, okay? Because it's a longer story. So we're going to finish it tomorrow, but we will give it a start today. Physics of Sound. Once again, here is our table of contents. So we have all of these stories to look through in this book. We might not get to all of them, and that's okay. The story we are reading today begins on page 1. It is called Seeing the World Through Sound. Excuse me. Seeing the World Through Sound. I first met Julie at my school, where she was a new student. When she came into the classroom, she was holding a white cane. She tapped it in front of her as she walked, making sure her path was clear. Julie was blind. At lunch, Julie sat next to me in the cafeteria. I saw that she had bought her lunch. If you can't see your money, how can you pay the right amount for lunch? I asked her. My mom folds the money a certain way. Then I can tell the $1 bills from the $5 bills, she said. I can tell different coins apart by feeling them. Quarters are big and dimes are small, and they both have ridges around the edges. Nickels have smooth edges, and they are smaller than quarters and bigger than dimes. And if I ever drop a coin, I can tell what it is by the sound it makes. Each coin has its own sound. I never thought about that, I said. You could tell the different coins apart by feel and by sound if you had to, Julie said. Since I can't see, I have to pay close attention to the way things smell, feel, and sound. Julie told me that for part of each day, she studied with a teacher trained to work with blind students. I learn how to use my senses to observe what goes on around me, Julie said. Hearing is really important for me. By listening for different sounds, I can figure out where I am. My teacher calls this sound discrimination. That night, I told my mother about Julie. Can Julie come along when we visit Aunt Carmen's horse farm tomorrow? I asked. My mother thought it was a terrific idea, and she called Julie's mother. Julie's mom said it was all right for her to go. The next day after school, Julie and I went to meet my mother at work. Our school is in the city, and my mother's office is just a few blocks away from it. At first, I worried about walking with Julie because she couldn't see. Don't cross the street. There are cars coming, I blurted out when we got to the curb. What do you think is going to happen next? We know Julie can drop coins and tell the different sounds apart. We know she's using sound, smell, and feel to figure out what different things are. What else do you think Julie uses in order to figure out the world around her? What are some examples of things you listen to in order to understand? This is something I want you to think about today, and this is your assignment. So go ahead and leave me some examples in your Seesaw page about what you listen to in order to understand, or some examples of sound that you experience throughout the course of your day. Okay. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.